Welcome back. You are watching The Fix with me, Karima Brown. I am in conversation with the head of the Hawks, General Godfrey Lebeya. General Lebeya, thank you so very much for your time. I know you have to go to a meeting of the National Command Council, but we do appreciate that you engage with the public. Before the break, sir, we were speaking about police corruption. Now, of course, everybody knows that your institution itself was, captured in many ways. Your former head, Bernie Nhlemeza, was sacked. Now, I wanted to just ask, let's start with police corruption. We heard that acting Police Commissioner General Khomotso Pahlane was relieved of his duties. He was finally sacked. We do know that there's a criminal investigation into General Pahlane. Can you take the public into their confidence? Where is that investigation at?
Thank you very much. There have obviously been several comments that have been made, but to be short on the matter of Lieutenant General Pahlane, that matter is being investigated by the IPAD, the Independent Police Investigative Directorate. Our members are just supporting the IPAD, so the IPAD as well as the ID will be in a better position to deal with that. Your comment regarding his relief of being a member, I think that there were communication that that matter is now at the Labour Court. So I will not deal with those, but it's a matter of the greater service as well as the Independent Directorate. I need to be commenting on what the previous speaker was talking about, the several investigations that the public need to be seen that something is being done. I need to indicate that you will recall that when we say we do not have the chartered accounting capacity, the work itself is being done, is at an advanced stage. We are not about to start. We are about to conclude.
Okay, General Lebeya, can you just pause for me? What does at an advanced stage mean? Give me a date, sir. When are you able to go to the relevant authorities and say, we have a case? Give us a date. Yeah, because this is being done by the auditors. When they give us time, if I'm going to say that they will finish in 14 days' time and then they pick up something, then it will mean that I was not correct in my perception. So that's why I say that it is about to be concluded, because they have started on this work. And we have been informed that they will soon be finalized that investigation, auditing. Okay, General Lebeya, what I want to understand, what I want to understand, sir, is can you, in any of your investigations, from PRASA to ESCOM, to corruption that you've uncovered, to police corruption, for example, into crime intelligence, can you give us a date of when somebody will actually appear in court with a charge sheet, or when exactly you will hand over the information to the NPA? In fact, take us into your confidence, sir. Which cases have you handed over to the NPA that is ready now for them to start prosecutions? Let's start with PRASA.
As I have indicated, certain matters are still with the going through auditing. I will not be listing the matters individually as to which ones. You shall recall that a portion of the investigation that are being mentioned at the capture, part of them are handled by the Independent Investigative Directorate in the NPA. Those that are handled by us, I think they are the ones that I say are in an advanced stage. Overall, we have got more than 2,500 cases that
are now between the investigators and the NPA to decide which of these they may start prosecuting. Several of these prosecutions have already been taking place. There is no week that we have not taken senior officials. The problem is that at times we only focus on politicians. We have taken several municipal managers. You talk of VBS, eThekwini, you go to Tshwane, in the Free State, the Premier's office, we talk of life sentences that we have achieved in other aspects of the DPCI investigation. So I think that there is no need to focus only on politicians.
Okay, with respect, General Lebeya, with respect, we have every right to focus on the politicians. They are elected leaders. We put our trust in them, and they take an oath to serve the public. If they are implicated in corruption, it is our jobs. In fact, it is incumbent upon us to hold them accountable. So let me ask you, at the moment, are you in any way investigating? Let me start with Mr. Ace Magashule, the Secretary General of the African National Congress, in relation to corruption relating to the Vrede Dairy farm, corruption allegations. Is he a person of interest, for example?
I agree that you have got every right to ask about politicians as they are office bearers. What I'm saying is that our investigation, we don't exclude politicians and non-politicians.
But I want you to answer my question, General Lebeya. General Lebeya, I want you to answer my question. Are you investigating Ace Magashule in relation to the Vrede Dairy scandal?
I'm coming to it, but some of the questions remain unanswered because you ask the next one before I answer the first one. You will understand that in practice, we have repeatedly said that whenever we are investigating, we don't mention the suspects. We only start mentioning the people that are of interest when they become the accused. That is when we charge them. As and when they are still suspects, we are not going to be commenting that we are investigating so and so. In general, we need to say that the number of investigations that we are doing, there are names of politicians and non-politicians, but I'm not going to be confirming as to who are those that are appearing.
What is the legal reason or the ethical reason, General Lebeya, that you cannot tell us, for example, whether you are investigating former Minister of Public Enterprises Lynn Brown? Why are you not able to tell us that when we have heard evidence in Parliament that she's implicated, when there has been evidence at the Zondo Commission of Inquiry? What prevents you from telling South Africans who are persons of interest in investigations? What if they are flight risks? Why are you not able to tell us? I mean, you allowed the Guptas to get away simply because we didn't know where your investigation against them were. Why can't you tell the South African public who you're investigating? For example, are you investigating Lynn Brown?
These are the rules of the organization. The principle is that we don't release the suspects that we are investigating.
What rule, sir? Refer me to the rule. What rule tells us that you can't tell us who you're investigating? Which rule in what charter, what law prevents you from telling us who you're investigating?
Everyone have got the rights of privacy, not to be talked about as if they have already been found guilty. All these innocent people, I don't think that we should be discussing that so-and-so is being investigated. And when those
Why not, sir? Why can't we do that? If they've got nothing to hide, why would they fear an investigation? General Lebeya, if they don't have anything to hide, If you say someone is being investigated, there's no confusion, sir, because there hasn't been a finding. You're saying the person is being investigated. How is that defining someone's guilt or innocence?
Yeah, it is. I think that until such time that we demand that when people are being investigated, when anybody lodges a charge against anyone, we should release their names. I think those laws should become clear, because we are only enforcing the rules. And the practice that has been there is that we start releasing their names when they are charged, when they are an accused person.
All right, that is where we leave it. That is where we leave it. Thank you very much, Godfrey Lebeya, the head of the Hawks, who is unable to give us a single name, despite mountains of evidence in several commissions of inquiry, parliamentary processes of people who have been linked to allegations of corruption. The head of the Hawks unable to give us a single name of a cabinet minister, a senior politician that is being investigated. Up next, where do we go against where do we go in the battle against corruption? We speak to the NPA spokesperson, Mr. Sipho Ngwema. Stay tuned.